When love can no longer be hidden, jealousy becomes the most obvious proof. And in the mysterious story between Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, that moment of jealousy became a turning point that revealed the most secret aspects of their relationship. What had previously been considered a professional friendship now began to show deeper, more complex, and far more emotional colors. For years, fans have observed their interactions, which are always rich in meaning. But there was one moment that seemed to freeze time, when Xiao Zhan laughed freely with another actor at an award ceremony, and the camera accidentally captured Wang Yibo's expression, which was different. His eyes revealed everything. There was a cold yet fragile gaze, as if holding back emotions that couldn't be expressed. That's when everything changed. That gaze wasn't just ordinary awkwardness. It was the look of someone caught in an internal struggle. His eyebrows were slightly furrowed, his eyes unblinking, as if scanning every movement of Xiao Zhan from afar. He sat stiffly, unlike his usual self, and even seemed to hold his breath for a moment when Xiao Zhan touched the arm of the actor next to him while laughing. A small reaction, but very disturbing. As if his body was rejecting the reality that there was someone else who could make Xiao Zhan feel so comfortable besides himself. And what was most heartbreaking was when the camera captured Wang Yibo slowly lowering his head, as if trying to hide something, perhaps disappointment, or perhaps a feeling he had just realized. That moment left a deep impression on the fans' hearts. They knew from that moment on, something within Wang Yibo had changed. That gaze was the beginning of an emotional journey that could no longer be controlled. For from that gaze emerged the courage to love, not with words, but with actions that spoke louder than anything else. Jealousy is often seen as a negative emotion, but in a hidden relationship, jealousy becomes the most honest language of love. For Wang Yibo, seeing Xiao Zhan close to someone else was suffocating. He, who is usually calm, mysterious, and in control, suddenly loses his balance. In an interview recorded shortly after the incident, Wang Yibo suddenly made an unusual statement. Sometimes we don't know what we have until someone tries to take it away. A sentence that left the entire fandom speechless. Was it a hint? Was it an admission? But what was most shocking was when he said, "I know what I want, and I won't let it go." Those words struck the fans' hearts like a thunderclap in broad daylight. Who was he referring to? The answer seemed obvious. Everyone knew the only person who could make Wang Yibo feel that way, Xiao Zhan. In China's entertainment industry, filled with censorship and restrictions, saying, "I love you," in public is almost impossible. But Wang Yibo has his own way. He never mentions names, but he always sends subtle messages through his music, his choice of words in interviews, and even his gaze on camera. When asked about the most meaningful person in your life over the past 5 years, Wang Yibo paused for a moment, then smiled and answered, "Someone who makes me want to be the best version of myself." Once again, he didn't need to mention a name. We all know who that person is. And when he was asked again whether he had ever felt jealous in his life, he answered calmly, "I have, and it made me realize how valuable that person is to me. I love them, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, at least to myself." Upon hearing this statement, social media immediately exploded. Hashtags such as #WangYiboJealous and #YiboLoveConfession immediately trended on Weibo and Twitter. Fans from all over the world united in their voices. "He can't hide it anymore." One viral comment from a fan read, Yibo has been trying to hide everything behind his cold facade, but love can't be denied. His gaze toward Xiao Zhan is too honest, too meaningful. Another added, "True love isn't just about being together, but also the courage to protect and acknowledge those feelings, even if the world doesn't understand." After the jealousy incident, the changes became evident. Wang Yibo began to show silent support for Xiao Zhan more frequently. From quietly liking posts on social media, sending subtle messages through songs and gestures, to giving clues behind the scenes about how much he wanted Xiao Zhan to stay in his life. Even when Xiao Zhan faced backlash from haters, Wang Yibo didn't hesitate to issue a general statement of support, albeit indirectly. Phrases like, "A good person shouldn't be hurt for their honesty," touched fans and made them believe that love is real, even if it hasn't been explicitly packaged with the words, "I love you." They may never be able to openly announce their relationship, but true love doesn't need public validation. Body language, eye contact, and spontaneous reactions that can't be faked, all of that is more than enough to let the whole world know Wang Yibo loves Xiao Zhan. And that jealousy? It's the strongest proof. Proof that his heart belongs to only one person. That behind all the calmness, there's a man who's so afraid of losing one person, Xiao Zhan. Wang Yibo isn't the type to open up easily. But when he's jealous, he can't hide it anymore. In his silence, he's been screaming. In his cold demeanor, he's been loving. And in his jealousy, he finally admits that Xiao Zhan is his desire, his love, and the only one he wants to stay by his side. When love can no longer be hidden, then glances and jealousy become the most honest proof. Wang Yibo may never have said it directly, but his entire demeanor screams that his heart is only for Xiao Zhan. But what do you think? Do you also feel that emotional energy? Or is this all just an overinterpretation? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on every hidden and emotional moment we uncover from them. See you in the next video. And remember, the strongest love is often hidden behind silence.